Got him. There he is. Get in the boat. That's another good one. Good morning, y'all. We are back out here on the Bonafide XTR, and we are going to be heading out into a little bit of a marsh system to start off. We are going to be chasing some flounder, and if we're not finding them on grass, we're going to move out to some rock jetties. I'm sure we'll find some good flounder there, but yeah, that's the goal. We're getting here, find some flounder. It is early May right now, and I think we can probably get on some good fish and put together a how to catch flounder one-on-one video for y'all. So we found our starting point right here. As you can see, we just got water flowing deep into the grass. We are at the peak of high tide right now, which is the ideal time to go. In about an hour, the tide's gonna start falling out, and that's gonna be really, really good. But I am gonna be using a curly-tailed grub. This is the Thunder Chicken from Southern Salt Bait Company, my very own company. This is our curly-tailed grub 5-incher, and it absolutely catches flounder. Just throw it around this grass right here and give it a couple pops, and we're just gonna move around, trying to keep a slow pace and be as thorough as possible. That might be a fish. Got him. Come here. Ooh, that's feeling like a flounder. This is, well, oh, there he goes. Well, we started right there, y'all. So maybe our fourth cast or so, and got our first fish. And that guy, he bit it like 4 times. It almost felt like a bait fish. It really didn't feel like a flounder at all. Oh, good thump. Good thump. Got him. B1 for the box. Oh, is it another dink? It is. Y'all check the bottom side of this guy out. Tell me he wasn't down there in that mud. I mean, that guy's belly is dirty. Well, that's flounder number 2 on the old Thunder Chicken. They got to get a little bit bigger though. We would like to take a couple home for a nice little meal tonight. Just gonna keep on following this bank down. I'm liking this little 2-pop right now. I do have a couple of retrieves that I use, and I'll show y'all those towards the end of the video, but shallow water right now, just kind of giving it a couple little pops and then letting it settle back down towards the bottom, and that's what's gotten those last 2 bites. That's him. Got him. That might be a decent fish. Oh my gosh. Get you every time. No way that tree was getting off. We fished a ton of grass, caught 2 flounder, missed one other one, and caught some sticks, some limbs, some debris. But now we're headed down to some rock jetties, see if we can find some flounder on those. Gotcha, baby. First one on the rocks. That might be a decent one. No. Oh, man. Good bite, though. He thumped it hard. That is flounder number 3 on the morning. Try to push away from these rocks. And that, we'll try to get some bigger ones than that one. Another one for the old Thunder Chicken. See you, girl, get bigger. Now, I will have these grunts linked down below. Like I said, you can pick them up at southernsaltbaitcompany.com. It'll also be available in the description. And I'll also try to put a link up here so y'all can click there, just be able to find it a little bit easier. Oh, what a thump. Oh, Nate. He's on again. Got him that time. Is that? Ah, it's a trout. Whew, that's not a flounder. Got a feeling that's probably what thumped it before I hooked this guy. Could be a school right there, or it could be the same one that just came back and got it. Definitely felt like a good flounder bite. Appreciate the consolation prize. We're gonna get back to it. We just left the rocks. We're entering another portion of marsh. Get my lure back squared away, and we're just gonna keep on working down it. I am fishing an area that's just got a lot of good features. I can fish docks, I can fish rocks, and I can fish endless amounts of marsh, which when I'm looking for flounder, I want options. Sometimes these flounder are real picky. Sometimes they really want to be on grass, and then other times they want to be on rocks, and then sometimes, I would say oftentimes, I pick up, you know, some small to mid-sized flounder fishing grass, and I typically do pick up my biggest flounder when I'm on rocks. I just got thumped again. I don't know if I'm in an area that's just got a lot of trout or what. I just got nailed again. Got him. Trout. Seems like these trout are taking over the marsh. We may ease back up in this marsh, but there's another rock jetty that kind of runs along that way. We're gonna go get on it instead. There he is. Got him. There we go. That's a better one. That's a keeper. Come here. All right. That's one that we're looking for. I knew we'd find some better ones out here around these rocks. Let's get this fella out of the net, see what we're working with here. All right, all right, all right, all right. Get all that pee out of you, I guess. Oh, there she is right there. The old thunder chicken sticking out of her mouth. She absolutely choked it. No chance we were losing that one. Get that old lure out of there. And we'll get a quick measurement before we put this one on a stringer. Take it to the house and eat it. Yeah, 16 and a half. Would like to get a couple of them a little bit bigger, but that girl right there is gonna eat just fine. We'll go ahead and put her on a stringer, get back on these rocks so we can find some more. All right, we'll ease back up on line right here. And I think I was right in there when I caught that flounder, but we're just gonna kind of continue down, and then right here at the end, it turns into seawall. We might run that down a little bit as well, because that seawall does turn back into rocks, and seawalls are in a lot of ways just as productive as fishing rocks. And you can also fish seawalls a lot more efficiently because you don't have all the snags from the rocks and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I think that person in that white car thought I was waving at them because they waved back. But all right, let's get back on line right here. Make sure my motor's running pretty slow. I will say I do have a motorized kayak right here, but a pedal driven kayak has a lot more control, and when you're fishing in areas like this, being able to have more control over your speed and your direction and everything is super critical, which I am able to fish a lot more hands-free doing it this way. But if I had pedals, I could easily adjust my speed with the currents and the tides to keep me in the right areas. Like as you see right here, the wind is kind of pushing me off, so I got to get back on my throttle and adjust for that current change. And here in just a second I'll have to come off the throttle because I'll get to where I'm just moving too fast down these rocks. But it's pretty much the deal. We're just gonna keep at it. Still looking for that old 20-incher. Got him. There he is. Get in the boat. That's another good one. We didn't even go for the net on that one. Come here. Chill out. Chill, 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 chill. Well, that dude right there is catching some fish now. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful flounder. Nice fillets on this guy. We're gonna go ahead and pop this one on a stringer. That should be 2 of them to take home. I don't think we'll keep more than that. And yeah, it's gonna be a good dinner tonight. So we got this crazy looking little wall that kind of, you got this little inlet right here and this wall that kind of bends and comes around, which is always a really, really good spot to try for some old flounder. Got him. Got him. Uh-oh. Oh, is that a trout? Dang, did I hook him weird? He's pulling like crazy. Definitely been a mixed bag of trout and flounder today. That's not a bad one right there. It's good eating size if you're frying fish. 16-incher. Give me that back. See you, dude. Get bigger. That guy was right there off the tip of that little jetty. Comes out. He bit just like a flounder and didn't like run with it or anything. He held it straight down on the bottom just like a flounder would. The only thing that gave it away is him coming up shaking his head. Got him. Got him. That's another flounder. I think that's flounder number 7 on the morning. Tiny fella. That might be the smallest one of the day. See, dude. So we're just working parallel to these rocks right here, just jigging it, which anytime I'm flounder fishing, I try to throw through my target rather throwing at the target, which the most likely place for these flounder to be is going to be probably within 3 foot of the rock's edge. Now they could certainly be anywhere. They could be out there on the edge of this marker channel, but for me, I feel like most of them that are going in there to eat, they're gonna nose up right on the edge of those rocks. And if I'm just kind of drifting along it and throwing at the rock's edge, I'm not in the strike zone very long at all. But if I position my kayak to where I'm parallel to it, I can throw just like that, and 95% of my retrieve, if not 100% of my retrieve, is gonna be in the strike zone, staying right on the edge of those rocks. And if there's a flounder staged up there ready to eat, he's gonna at least get a good look at my lure and give me a good chance to catch one. All right, y'all, we're back at the house now. Pretty decent day of flounder fishing. Did get a couple to come back and cook for y'all. However, it is about to storm here, and first thing in the morning I am headed to Lake Talquin, so I don't really have time to do a whole production for the catch and cook. But what I will do is right here, I'm gonna go ahead and add one of the best flounder recipes to ever touch this channel. I'm gonna go ahead and put that right here. All right, bud, you ready to look at the fish? All right. Hey, yes, ice. Look, can you say flounder? Yeah, flounder. Yeah, hey, they got teeth. Look at the teeth. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and clean this guy up so we can eat him, okay? Yeah. All right. Got my helper, Mr. Finley, right here. We're gonna clean some fish. You ready? Okay. Let's clean them. All right. So we're gonna do a recipe that we have never put out here on the channel. At least I don't think so. Should be a pretty good one.
I know fish.
My helper, I think my helper's getting dragged inside. I'll bring him into you when I'm done, buddy. All right, so we're just gonna take a spoon and we're gonna go ahead and scrape all these scales off of this flounder. All right, we got all the scales removed from both sides of the fish right here. As you can see, no scales right there. Same on this side. I like to use a spoon. Y'all can really use whatever you want, but that works best for me. Now I'm gonna find my serrated sword knife right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove the head from this flounder. All right, and then lastly, all we're gonna do right here is take our razor sharp sword knives, and we're gonna go right down the middle, and we're gonna fillet the meat right down, opening that fish up just like we were gonna stuff it, which is kind of what we're doing. Just like that. And yeah, we're just gonna layer on open right there. Just being real careful. Biggest thing is make sure our knife does not come out the other side. And just like that right there, we got it nice and opened up, and we'll go ahead and put these in a Ziploc bag, and we're gonna be cooking these tomorrow for lunchtime. All right, we got some peanut oil going right here, and we are looking for it to get up to about 350. We're gonna start off with a little fry on this fish, and then we're gonna build us a little stuffing, a little sauce, and we're gonna kind of have like a fried stuffed flounder. All right, so we just got a giant Ziploc bag right here. Got us a little bit of flour in there, and we need to season that flour. All this is right here is some Compass Point Blend Cajun seasoning. So we're gonna go ahead and put this whole container in there, making sure we get nice, good flavor on our fish. Before we go ahead and put our fish in there, we're just gonna toss that around, get it nice and mixed up. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our fish, our beautiful flounder. We're gonna drop both of these guys in there with the flour. And we're gonna give them a good toss. Pretty much just wait for our heat to climb up on our oil. All right, our oil is up to temperature. Go ahead and grab one of these flounders. And lower them on in, just like that. And we're gonna let that flounder get up to about golden brown, and then we'll be pulling it off. While our flounder's going over there, we're gonna go ahead and start on our stuffing and sauce. So first thing we're gonna do over here on this cast iron skillet is put half a stick of butter down. Just like that, and we'll let that melt down. All right, it is looking like our first flounder is done, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this guy off. Yeah. All right, try to keep it together for presentation purposes, but that's what we're looking for right there. All right, we got our second flounder going right now. Our butter's just about melted down. We're gonna go ahead and go in with some tomato and onion. Just got 2 tomatoes chopped up right there and 1 medium-sized onion going in. And then we're also gonna go in with a little bit of chopped up Kaneka sausage. And we're just gonna stir this up and get it cooked down a little bit. It's cooking down. We're just gonna go in with some Compass Point Blend. This is their Creole seasoning. So we use the Cajun seasoning in there. And now we're gonna go in with a little bit of Creole, dust it right over the top, get some good flavor in there. And we keep stirring. Sauce is looking good. We're gonna go ahead and go in with a squirt of minced garlic, about a tablespoon right there, and get that nice and just kind of mixed up. Now I got about a pound of peeled and deveined shrimp. Go ahead and dump that in right there. And we want to stir until these guys turn pink. All right, second fish is complete and coming off. Ooh, don't break on me. Don't break on me. There we go. Tell me that don't look good right there, y'all. Back to stirring. Definitely want to keep this moving around right here. The only real thing you got to worry about with this is making sure you're not overcooking your shrimp, right? You're definitely not going to undercook it because there's still a lot of different little processes we got to go through, but overcooking it is a thing. So once you start to get them to turn pink, change colors, about time to kill the heat. All right, our shrimp is looking really, really good. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with a splash of white wine. And that's what I was talking about, bringing all the flavor up off the bottom, right? That wine will get in there and deglaze it. Just adds a great little bite to it too. If you're thinking about skipping it, trust me, keep it in there. It's every bit worth it. We're gonna go ahead and take some heavy whipping cream. We're gonna put a whole pint in there. And we're gonna simmer that until that cream starts to thicken up, moving all this around. combining all those flavors right there, and that cream just ties it all together, makes it that sauce, right? That's gonna go over the top of that flounder. So we are just about a few minutes out right here. Y'all saw us build this right here. Here's the thing, we're putting it on flounder. You could put this on pasta, like you could do so many things with this right here. This is my fish and grits or shrimp and grits recipe, right? So anytime we're doing shrimp and grits, that's pretty much the base, and then it goes on grits. So don't just think that this goes specifically with this dish. You could put this on a lot of different Cajun inspired dishes. But yeah, we're almost through. Just letting that thicken up right there. As soon as it gets thick, we're gonna be eating. So you can see where it's kind of bubbling up. It's thickened up around the edges. That right there is just about perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and kill our heat. And we got our fish right here. So got our fried flounder, went ahead and laid down a bed of rice inside the flounder. And we're gonna take this right here and we're gonna spoon it right over the top. Just like that. All right, y'all, well, this right here is the finished product. I mean, how amazing does that look right there? We're gonna go ahead, get us a nice piece of that right there. Look at the flakiness in that flounder. Flounder's cooked perfectly. Piece of that shrimp in there with it. That is freaking killer. So good. Y'all, that is an absolute must make. Y'all go out there, catch you some redfish, whatever. Y'all can do this with anything. I've already said that, but you really can. It doesn't have to be flounder. Anyways, I'm about to go ahead, chow down, eat my lunch. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, hit that like button, comment with any questions, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see y'all in the next one.